So hello and welcome back to Tycoon Terminal. I'm Steve and we are back in Leekington Lakes. So yeah, I've kind of finished a good few areas now. So we've got this little generic area with the wooden coaster and the big apple with the train around the lake, which is what we started with early on in the game. And yeah, we moved on then to build this Viking area, which is probably, in my opinion, the most complete area. A lot of attention to detail in this area to really get people immersed into this Viking theme, with a mixture of like prefabricated buildings with the game, and also adding in my own mix of buildings. And of course, I really like the multi-launch coaster, although it doesn't quite have the same amount of throughput as what I was hoping for. It doesn't quite get the. There again, it doesn't eat a queue. Like it doesn't really build up much of a queue, so probably could do with actually taking a train off that. But I want to keep the operations good, so we'll keep that train on. It's always waiting for people to board. Uh, yeah, we've added a few flat rides, and there is a coaster in here, where I've built like a dark ride with animated effects, which I really like, with a bit of a Valhalla inspiration there, which I do like how that one turned out. And we did these lovely rapids. The rapids ride, it's actually I tried to mod it so we can fit more boats on, as you can only have two boats. What I didn't realize is the station is the maximum amount of boats you can fit in the station. So it's a small station. That meant I could only have two boats, which is not ideal because we need more boats. It'd be nice to see the rapids actually have boats on it, whereas like you see one at max, like out on the circuit, which is a little bit rubbish. Then we went over to we built this like factory area, and this is just where I was kind of playing around with a few different things that I haven't tried in Planet Coaster 2. So putting in the spinning coaster, adding in these sound effects of the brakes opening and closing. We've got the tower ride here, and an SLC coaster as that came out with the update. I just thought it'd be nice to add one. I don't know why I keep adding SLC coasters. I really don't like SLC coasters. I prefer the B&M versions, but it is what it is. I keep adding them. So I've added this Skyfly in as well, just here. Now let's zoom over to the newest area, the Wild West area, which I've been working on this weekend. So I put in this gyro swing and this massive wooden coaster, absolutely massive wooden coaster. I want it to be huge. I added in a little core ride that runs around and goes underground for a little bit. It doesn't seem to get many people going on it, but it's not really themed as such, so I suppose it's fair enough. If I spent a bit of time on it, I could probably get a few more people on it. Finally opened up this mine train coaster, which I really do like. I think it's a fantastic little coaster, nothing too huge, but I quite like how it interacts with the pathways and goes over. And over here I quite like this little dive it does underneath the bridge to get to the lift hill. It does have a bit of a jolt here mechanically. I don't think that would be sound in real life. But yeah, I've just put that in, built this little train as if it's coming out of a mine sort of thing. I know you wouldn't have that kind of train coming out of a mine, but I just thought it made a nice centerpiece to this rather big helix that we've got in, this high-speed turn on the wooden coaster before the end of the ride. And I kind of put this in here as a little area. Excuse the blue bin, I must have missed that one. I'll delete that now. You could have like a band up here on this stage, have a bit of a show going on with a few tables for people to sit down and relax by. And Just a few shops and stalls that I got off the workshop. I just generic Wild West style buildings, which I think really add to this particular stretch of the park. It does look very fitting. It does look like the Wild West, so that was just what I wanted. And of course, added in this skyrocket coaster. Is it a skyrocket? No, it's not a skyrocket. It's the Mara Skyloop. Sure, that's what they're called. I haven't actually been on one of these. I've been on Drayton Manor's X-Car, but I've not been on one of these crazy contraptions. But I was having to play around to see if I could build Rip Ride Rocket, but I couldn't. So, yeah, so I think I'm going to put the brakes on this series for a little while. I'm not really sure where to take it from here. Like, the western area, I think I've enjoyed the most out of all of it, which I haven't actually showed you much of the build, really, which is a bit of a shame. But I have recorded it all, but it just looked a little bit boring to watch, so I thought I'll just show you the finished product. Or, well, almost finished product, should I say. I think I'm going to pop this onto the workshop, so if you want to add more to this park or do something to this park, like, please do, and make sure you send me your links of stuff you've added so I can have a look and see what you've created. Feel free to play around and turn stuff into whatever you want. Like, you know, I think it'd be great. There's loads of expansion areas to add more attractions, so it'd be great to see what people make of it. So with that, I think we should take a ride on some of these newer coasters, and I'll catch you in a few minutes once you've had a go.
no scrimta. Nu vet vi veande.
So there we have it. Relatively nice new area that I've built there. There's a lot more you can do with it. Like, this is just a start, but there's so much more you could add into. I think that adding the Western theme for Planet Coaster was definitely the right direction, because it did feel a little bit, you know, you had to have mythology, you had to have Vikings, and although mythology is a fantastic theme, and Vikings as well, to be fair, you're kind of limited on what you can put in. Whereas with a Western one, there's a lot of inspiration out there for Western themes. You've got your big Thunder Mountain railroads, you've got your large scale wooden coasters, many around, including like, I know it's been changed, but Mean Streak, which is now Steel Vengeance, was a great example of the kind of wooden coaster I was going for. Although Steel Vengeance is definitely an improvement on what Mean Streak was by the looks of it, although a lot of people do miss it. I think that's going to wrap it up for now with this one. So I'm plan now. I don't know. I want to build a small park, a small compact park, just something that's going to be a little bit easy to tackle and take on board what I've learned. I dive straight into this park as soon as Planet Coaster 2 is released, and now I kind of know what I'm doing with the game. I've got some great ideas of what I'd like to build, and I just don't think this is quite the park I want to do it in. You know, I'll probably drop back on it at some point, but I think for now, Leekington Lakes is going to go on to hiatus until I get a little bit more inspiration for it. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode, where we'll start a new adventure.